Hello students, myself Kalpana Singh, your biology teacher. Today I'll take the topic nutrition from the first chapter of class 10th biology, and in this nutrition we'll just discuss about the modes of nutrition, to describe the nutrition, and then the type of nutrition, the modes of nutrition and related examples. So first of all, what is nutrition? Nutrition is a process of obtaining food and utilizing it. Why we are utilizing it? We are utilizing it for getting energy. So nutrition is very much required. Whatsoever we do, that is all depend on the nutrition. For example, all the day-to-day activities, like we are walking, we are running, we are eating, or we are reading, we are looking something, or we are just bending, whatever the activity we'll do, for every activity we need what? We need energy. And from where we get all this energy? That is released through the process of nutrition. And how the energy is released? By utilizing the food. So nutrition is a process of obtaining food and utilizing it. Now, why it is required? As I've told you, it is very much required for day-to-day activity. Now, when the young one comes in this world, how much the young one is in size? This much only, the 1 feet or something like that. But when it steadily grows with the age, it will become a mature person. Then it attains a height. For growth, for repair, sometimes what happened, we got injured and we have broken from some of the parts of the body, or they met, ruptured. So ruptured part or damaged part or the wounds, that has to be repaired. How they get repaired? By having the nutrition, and through the nutrition we get the energy, and everything depends on the energy. So this is required for the growth, for the repair, and for day-to-day activities. So it is very important. Class first chapter of 10th, life process, it is basically divided into 4-5 sections. The first section, nutrition, then we have the transportation, then we have the respiration, then we have the circulation, and then we have the excretion. So I'll take all the topics one by one in different upcoming videos, right? So today we are discussing about the nutrition. Now nutrition, it is of two types. We are the humans. Can we able to make food? No, we are not able to make food. We are able to cook that food. And from where we get this food? We get this food from the green plants. So those who cannot make their food, they are called heterotrophs, and the nutrition is called heterotropic nutrition. And those who make their own food, they are called autotrophs, and such nutrition is called the heterotropic nutrition. Who are the heterotrophs? Who are the autotrophs? Autotrophs means those who can make their own food, and the example is all the green plants. They are the only one, those who can make their food, and we all depend on this food only. Now autotrophic nutrition, they are called the producers because they are the only one, those who can produce the food. Now what is autotrophic? How the food is formed? The food is formed through the process of photosynthesis. Now autotrophic nutrition mein autotrophs make food by using the abiotic factors that makes the glucose and then release oxygen in the presence of all the 4 raw material we have, and under the process of photosynthesis. Now what are the abiotic factors? Abiotic factor means the inorganic substances. Now the autotrophic, autotrophs, those who are popularly known as the producers, they make food through the process called photosynthesis. And how the food is formed? It is formed by the combination of 4 abiotic factors. Abiotic means non-living, inorganic. And what are the 4 factors? That is water, sunlight, chlorophyll, and the carbon dioxide. All four things when combined, they form food in the form of glucose. See, food is always formed in the form of glucose and it always stored in the form of starch. Now this is the main equation related to photosynthesis. That means when carbon dioxide combines with water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, then this C6H12O6 is what? This is glucose. Glucose formed, and this is the food that we all required. Our life depends on this food. This is glucose and it's stored in the form of starch. Now we'll come to another section of nutrition, that is called heterotrophic nutrition. All the members belonging to this type of nutrition mode are called consumers, because we cannot make food, we can only consume it, and consume through the plants. Now heterotrophic nutrition, again it is divided into three types: parasitic, saprophytic and holozoic. Now what are parasitic? Parasitic nutrition is that nutrition in which the organism consume food from the host body without killing it. For example, if we are talking about leech, that is scientific name of the leech is Hirudinaria. So leech is what? Leech, stuck to the skin of any animal, maybe the human, maybe the cattle, and sucks blood. That is the food it required, and that is why it is called parasite. As it stuck outside the body, it is called ectoparasite. And the parasites that consume food from inside the body of the host, they are called endoparasite. Now ectoparasite ka example, yes, Hirudinaria or leech. Another example, lice, and so many examples are there. Now regarding the endoparasite, we have the tapeworm, liver fluke. So these are the examples of endoparasites. Now come to the saprophytic nutrition. Saprophytic nutrition may organism that consume food from the dead and decaying material. All the microorganisms, maybe the fungi, maybe the bacteria, all are saprophytic in nature, and they consume food from the organism that is already dead and decaying one. That is why they are called the natural cleaners, and examples all the microorganisms. Now the last one is called the holozoic mode of nutrition. We are the member of holozoic mode of nutrition. Holozoic mode of nutrition in which the organism consume food in a complex form which further break down into the simpler form. So all the organisms that following the same pattern of consuming food are known as holozoic mode of nutrition or holozoic animals. Now holozoic animals again divided into three types: herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. This is a very common term, we all know. Herbivorous means animals that depend on the plants, grasses, the herbs. They are called they are the vegetarian one. So they are called the herbivorous, like deer, right? Rabbit. Now carnivorous, animals that depend on the flesh of other animal. They eat only the flesh of other animals. So carnivorous indirectly depend on the plants, and herbivorous directly depends on the plant. Now third category is the omnivorous animal. Omnivorous animals are the animals that are herbivorous also, and they are carnivorous also. The best example of omnivorous is the human. The humans are carnivorous also, and they are the herbivorous also. Students, we already discussed about the nutrition. Now I just focus a little bit on the photosynthesis. That is a part of the autotrophic nutrition. Now photosynthesis actually covers the 3 points, or we can say it get completed in the 3 steps. The first step is the absorption. Now absorption of what? Suppose it's a diagram, it is a sun and it's a plant having a flower, then it's a leaf, then the root, and root get absorb water. Okay, this is water. Now sunlight release what? Light energy. So absorption means absorption of light energy. What I told you, the 4 raw material, you remember? That is the sunlight, water, carbon dioxide and chlorophyll. Now sunlight, that is in the form of light energy the plant receives or absorbs. Right? The first step, absorption of the light energy by chlorophyll. Where is the chlorophyll? Chlorophyll present in the green part of the plant, that is leaf. So absorption of light energy by the chlorophyll present in the leaf or any green part of the plant. Now second point, conversion. Conversion means to convert. Second step, conversion of light energy into chemical energy. Once the chlorophyll absorbs the light energy, it will convert into chemical energy, because photosynthesis, this is the equation of photosynthesis. All what we see here, the chemicals. So it has to be converted into chemical energy. What? The light energy should be converted into chemical energy, and splitting of water, breaking of water. See, this here, it is water. It has to be split, it has to be break down into the hydrogen and oxygen. Now, the third step, this is called reduction. Reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate. So these are the 3 steps in which the complete photosynthesis process takes place. This is the very important equation, students. You have to learn it, and whenever asked about the autotrophic nutrition or about the photosynthesis or about the process of photosynthesis, you have to write this equation. This equation, 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O in the presence of light energy, chlorophyll gives C6H12O6, this is glucose, and release oxygen. So what are the 4 raw material? Carbon dioxide, number 1, water, number 2, light energy by the sun, that is sunlight, number 3, and the 4 is chlorophyll. By the reaction of all these 4 raw material, inorganic or abiotic factors, the glucose form, and this is the food we all required, because we are the consumers, not the producers. So this is all for today, students. So I hope you understand about the nutrition and its different modes. Thank you, students.